I'm Anil Kumar. We are discussing composition of functions. In this particular video, I have taken the function f of x equals to x square minus 4, and we will find domain and range of f of x. So a composition of function with itself, that is the whole idea, right? So let us first find what is f of x equal to, right? We know f of x is x square minus 4. We could replace the inside function with x square minus 4, correct? And now, when we find f of x, let's name this. Let's name this as h of x equals to all this, right? Now it becomes easier to communicate with that. So now we'll replace x square minus 4 with all x values as x square minus 4. It is composition of function with itself. So doing so, what do we get? F of x square minus 4 will be, replacing x with x square minus 4 is kind of like this, x square minus 4 whole square minus 4. You get an idea, right? So that is how we'll get h of x, which is composition of function with itself. You get an idea, right? So that is how we could do it. Now, to factor this, we could do difference of squares. I hope you remember a square minus b square. Let me write here. A square minus b square equals to a plus b times a minus b, right? Consider this to be a and b as 2, right? So 2 square is 4, right? B as 2 because 2 square equals to 4. That's the whole idea. So let me use this to factor, or you could actually expand and factor also. Either way you could do it. Factoring helps to sketch. That's the whole idea. So we could write this as a is x square minus 4. So we could write this as x square minus 4 plus 2. 4 is, let me write this as x square minus 4 whole square minus 2 square, right? So 2 is b for us. So it is plus 2 times x square minus 4 minus 2. And that gives us x square minus 2 times x square minus 6. So it becomes easier to factor. You get an idea, right? That is how it could be factored. Now, from here we know it has two roots here which are at plus and minus square root of 2, and here the two roots are at plus and minus square root of 6, right? So those are the roots for the given equation. And if I write the x-intercept, I could write, let me write on this as it has two roots, and those are at, you can say this is x plus square root 2 times x minus square root 2. And this could be written as x plus square root of 6 times x minus square root of 6. Correct? That is one thing. Second, to sketch we may find what is h of 0. That will be, if I replace this with 0, we get minus 2 times minus 6, which is 12, right? So that becomes this. What we also see here is that this particular function is an even function, right? So it is an even function. If I replace x with minus x, I get the same function. So all this information helps us to sketch the function. Based on this, let us sketch the function. So we get a function which has roots at plus square root 2 minus square root 2. So what is square root 2? This is square root 6 for us. Okay. So square root of 2 is approximately equals to 1.41, right? So plus minus 1.41. So let us say, let me also find square root of 6. Square root of 6 is equals to 2.44. So let us assume this to be 2.44, that to be 1.41, right? So it's kind of symmetrical. You see that? So without getting into details, what we can do is we can say that this graph will be kind of like this, right? And we also found that, okay, less something like this. Is that okay? So the graph of the function will be kind of like this, right? So that is how we get this function. It is quartic function, as you can see here. It is a quartic function which has these roots, which are at this is minus square root of 6, this is minus square root of 2, square root of 2, and square root of 6. This value we found as 12. Now, to find this particular value is kind of difficult, but approximately you can find this value by calculating the value of the function at a point kind of midway between these two, right? So we have 2.44. Let me write down as square root of 6 plus square root of 2 equals to that, okay, and we'll use this value. Let me use this value, right? Let's write decimal value 3.863 in our function, correct? So if I use this value in our function, what do I get? So we'll get some idea, that is square root 6 plus square root 2. We'll divide this by 2 to get the mid value, which is equals to 1.93. So we can use 1.93 here to get approximate idea of the minimum value, right? So we'll square this. Minus 2 equals 2, okay, times 1.93 square. I should have written a bracket before that, okay, bracket, and we'll do minus 6, okay, minus 6 bracket close, equals to, so approximately, let us say minus 4, right? So let's say approximately minus 4 is the minimum value, right? So we could write from here that the domain of the function is x belongs to real numbers, there are no restrictions, and the range of the function is approximately y belongs to real numbers where y is greater than equal to minus 4, let us say, right? So that is an approximate value. We have rounded our answer to one decimal place. So approximately midway between these two we expect our answer, and that's how we get it. Well, we need to apply more strategies to get exact value. At this stage we are not in this position, so we will just use that as our value for the time being. So what you can do is you can find few values close enough and then figure this out. I think that helps. Anyway, you got an idea that we can do composition of function with itself, and in this particular case, when we have parabola, quadratic equation, then the composition of quadratic equation leads to quartic equation, right? So from quadratic we get quartic equation, right? So that is how the things get changed. I'm Anil Kumar. I hope this video helps you to understand the basic concept. Thank you and all the best.